I don't know about you. I'm ready to see some magic.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what all the kids are talking about.
So, Brandy, you ready to show us your magic?
Hang on. Here it comes.
Working. And action. Okay, I got one for you. Go ahead. Would you do heroin every day for 5 years?
Said I'd do heroin every day for 5 years. I'm a little wrong. What kind of a question is that?
Well, let me finish and you'll understand. Okay, heroin
What is that?
every day.
What the fuck is that?
That's what I've been trying to tell you guys. Your audio is tainted.
You didn't add that?
No, I didn't add that. That's your original DAT source.
How much of it's like that?
The entire scene.
The entire scene? Every fucking take is like that?
All the ones you got on tape.
What the fuck does that mean?
We're missing takes as well.
I can't believe this. You're telling me either every fucking take either sounds like crap or is completely non-existent.
No, actually, not every take.
So, what are we listening to now?
Your room tone. First-time filmmakers have it hard. The deck is stacked against them, and the pressure is immense. All they know is that they love their film and they need to make their mark. In order to seem fresh and innovative, they often decide to ignore as many rules as possible.
What do you think about a jump cut here?
I just get a bad feeling about this place.
Jump cut. What exactly are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking we lose the line. Stay on the shot, but then just excise the line in between completely.
Well, we haven't done anything like that so far in the movie. It's kind of a radical move.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Let's do something radical.
I'm not sure this scene calls for something radical.
What do you mean?
Well, typically you only want to stray from tradition when it's warranted. There's no need to call attention to the following line, so there's no need for a jarring cut. It's going to put an emphasis on a line that doesn't need emphasizing.
See, that's classic film school propaganda.
We don't need to play by their rules.
Okay, let's take a look at it. That's always the best litmus test anyway.
Yeah. Okay, work your magic.
Are you sure you don't want to go to your job interview?
I don't know. Maybe I should go inside. I do need to get a job. But after what happened to you, I just get a bad feeling about this place.
Listen to your feelings.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I like that effect. It's hip, it's fresh, it's unexpected.
Okay, if you're into jump cuts stylistically, we should probably go back through the rest of the film and strategically intersperse some more.
No. I think I like how smoothly the rest of the film flows.
All right, you have one jump cut in a 90-minute film that's cut fairly smoothly, so that one cut is going to speak differently to the audience. What do you think it'll tell them?
But we're not afraid to take chances and do some things differently.
An editor's job is to be aware of the big picture and to always be considerate of the audience. Directors can get lost in the minutia. Editors can't. Sometimes it calls for brutal honesty. I'm just afraid that since it comes so late in the film, it'll jar the audience out of the moment. Or even worse, it could be taken as a lack of coverage, like you had no choice but to make that one bad edit.
I think you'd have to be pretty pessimistic to think any of that. Anyway, I like it. I say we run with it.
The thing is, you got it then. No matter how much you may dislike or disagree with a decision, it's ultimately not your call. It's strange how many first-time directors live with the delusion that even though Wells, Hitchcock, and Kurosawa couldn't pull one off, for some reason they can. It's as if they're immune to the lessons of 100 years of filmmaking. And every time you try to point this out, you hear the same response.
Martin
Scorsese did it with Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver.
Only because he had to. He didn't have any other coverage to use, and he needed that footage, so he had no choice but to do it in a series of jump cuts.
He didn't intend to shoot those scenes.
I think it works here.
When was the last time a movie with a jump cut won an Academy Award? When have you ever seen a jump cut in a major studio release? Someday, Martin Scorsese will rot in hell for subjecting us all to this.
Hey, so I watched the rough cut again last night. And you know what I think it is that's been bugging me? It's that jump cut. I don't think it works.
Well, it's an easy enough fix. We'll just go to the cowboy instead.
A cowboy?
The waist-high medium shot?
Why do you call that a cowboy?
Have you ever seen The Great Train Robbery? Well, the last shot is of a cowboy waist-high shooting at the camera. That was the first time anyone was ever seen not in a full body shot, so they called that shot the cowboy.
I didn't know that. So what do you call the headshot we've been using?
A yakking skull.
Yakking skull? I like that. It's kind of like a talking head. That's probably where they got that name from then, the band, you know, the Talking Heads. Whatever happened to them? Did you see, Stop Making Sense? It's a great movie. Jonathan Demme, I love him. He's so good. Silence of the Lambs and Below.
The life of an independent filmmaker is hardly all Soderbergh and sales. Even with the boom of independent films, there's never enough money to go around. Everyone needs a break. Everyone's calling in favors. Everyone's starving. Everyone's making their movie. The greatest failing of most of the films which cross my desk is time. As the shoot schedule starts running out of time or losing daylight, shots become sacrificed. Visions become compromised. Films become incomplete. That's typically when I'm asked to
Work your magic.
Or to
Put on your creative hat.
I love it, though, when they sugarcoat it.
Think of it as a challenge.
Even worse is when they're in denial.
This is a chance for you to try something truly experimental and bold.
Okay, let me make sure I've got this here. It's a love scene between your lead couple and you didn't get any coverage of your actress.
She had to go to her job.
We got kicked out of location before we could shoot.
We ran out of film.
Like I said, you can be as creative as you want to be.
I'll see what I can do.
It's always great when they try to justify why it's better that they don't have the footage. How this will ultimately work to their advantage.
Get this. We never actually see the woman. We focus the entire scene on him, showing what a selfish lover he is.
So when she says he's the least selfish lover she's ever had, she's being sarcastic?
Or ironic.
Well, won't that contradict all the sacrifices he ends up making for her?
Oh, I think it'll play. By the way, can I get this finished by the next week or so? I want to submit it to Sundance.
I'll see what I can do. Yeah, the life of an independent filmmaker is hardly all Soderbergh and sales. In reality, it's more Ed Wood than anything. Sometimes I wonder why I do this.
Why do you do this? What are you talking about? I love what I do. Really? Since when?
I've always loved it. No, I mean, it's hard work. And that doesn't mean I don't like it.
I can't remember the last time you had anything good to say about it. I mean, why do you do what you do? What is your goal? What do you hope to accomplish?
I don't know. I want to do good work, be a part of some interesting films. I want success, happiness.
And do you feel like you have any of those things? I mean, by your own admission, you say that half of the films you work on should never even see the light of day. And I gotta tell you, you don't seem very happy to me. I mean, you are always cooped up in this office. You work ridiculous hours. You never get out to meet anybody, and even if you did, you would never have time to actually see them.
You know, originally I was supposed to meet some brilliant director. Clearly that hasn't happened. I really like your shirt.
Thanks. My mother got it for me.
I'm just saying, you need to have more of a life than just sitting in front of a computer 24/7.
What do you mean I don't have a life? We're having dinner, aren't we?
Because you're digitizing your next project. This is the only time I ever see you And even then, we always have to order in.
Okay, I thought you liked this. This is tradition.
Okay. Tradition is watching cheesy 80 movies with a bottle of wine every Wednesday night. Tradition is girls' night out, a sleepover. This is pathetic. This is no way to live.
Okay, I will admit my life is not perfect. But I like it. Look, I'm doing what I love. I'm being paid to edit.
Yeah, production kind of went over budget a little bit, but I'll totally make good once we get picked up.
Budget's kind of tight, but you'll get credit and first shot at my next film.
I don't have much money, but I'm pretty sure I can make it up to you in another way. Check it out. Next time you're in Chatsworth, you can park for free. Just don't use the first 4 levels.
Great. Now this is gonna come in really handy when I finally succumb to the world of porn.
Just use it soon, you know, because it's only good for a year.
Look, I really don't have a lot of money, but if you're willing to deal, I think we can come up with something that we'd both be really happy with.
Oh, yeah? What kind of deal?
Free tattoos. Or piercings. And meals. Don't forget working meals.
So, I was thinking maybe there's another way we could settle our tab.
Okay. What have you got in mind?
You know, sex.
I know what Jennifer is saying. I get her point. But I love my job, and I have to believe that with hard work and perseverance, I'll succeed. It's just a matter of time before the right project comes along.
No, pigeons do not fly south for the winter.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
Must be Brandy. Let us walk. I fear this location may be compromised. Did you ever see any of those films like Rookie of the Year or like Mike?
The kid films? I've seen parts.
You know the genre, right? Kid is in some sort of accident and as a result has some sort of super athletic ability. This is one of those films.
Okay, so what? A kid breaks his leg and becomes world record fast?
No, it's not his leg.
Okay, his arm then. He has an insane hockey slap shot.
You're right about the arm being broken.
All right. What then? Tennis, golf, football? Okay, I know it's not soccer. Badminton, darts, bowling, croquet, fly fishing.
Croquet would have been good, but no, it's not a sport per se that he's good at.
Okay, what then?
Get this, he can mix the perfect cocktail.
Come again?
Cosmopolitans, martinis, Long Island iced teas, Manhattans, Harvey Wallbangers.
This is a kid's film?
It's got adult appeal. Here's this 11-year-old kid working in a sleazy nightclub getting hit on by 30-year-old women. There's immense room for a tragic fall from grace.
You mean for the character?
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, it certainly sounds different.
We've already got interest from the networks in an after-school special. So, think how many kids will see your work. And there's another thing. Also, I'm kind of hurting for cash. But I'm sure we can work something out.
Like what?
Well, I know this guy. Who knows this guy? Who knows this guy who works for the city? And
everybody's a dreamer, and everybody's a star.
I'm such a whore.
And everybody's a movie. It doesn't matter who you are. There are stars in every city, in every house and on every street. And if you walk down Hollywood Boulevard, their names are written in concrete. Don't tread on Greta Garbo as you walk down the boulevard. She looks so weak and fragile, that's why she tries to be so hard. But they turned her into a princess, and they sat her on the throne. But she turned her back on stardom, because she wanted to be alone.
So I was thinking maybe there's another way we could settle our tab.
Really? What'd you have in mind?